So today we're just going to be talking about dreams. So I'm just going to be answering anybody's questions about regarding dreams. Let's see if I can turn this down. Be right back. Okay, nobody's not on right now. So as soon as you guys start coming on, feel free to say hi or leave a question down in the comments. I don't have a specific topic that I'm going to talk about today. I'm just going to be answering any dream questions. Hi, I see that it's one person on. Hi, welcome to the live stream. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. Oh, that's Kim. Hey, I had a dream where I was naked and I was doing my laundry. Awesome. Can you tell me what else happened in the dream? That's kind of I will kind of need a little bit more info about the dream. And doing laundry in dream is pretty good overall because you're cleaning your clothes. It's always good to clean. It's depending on the context. Majority of the times, it's normally really good to clean in dreams. So if you're cleaning, doing laundry, that means that you're cleaning your clothes and all of that. So the Bible talks about how God is coming for a church without spot or wrinkle. So it could have something to do with that. And it talks about us being washed. Hi. It talks about us being white as snow and all of that. So it can mean anything concerning those things. But if you could send me the full dream, then that would be great. And when you see yourself naked, it can mean multiple things. Sometimes it could represent transparency. Sometimes it could represent exposure, like being exposed. And then it could also mean a few other things. No, you didn't miss anything. We just started. I got on like 10 minutes late, and it took a few minutes for you guys to get up here. I can't really remember much, but those things. Oh, I can't really remember much about those things, sadly. Okay. Well, yeah, so I won't be able to give you the full interpretation, but sorry if you guys can hear music and stuff. That's outside, and it's kind of like The walls are thin. You can hear everything. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, basically everything that I just said, it will you could think about that regarding your dream. But I won't be able to give you the full interpretation unless I know the full dream, or at least like what else happened in the dream. If you remember anything else, but if that's all you remember, then I could just tell you what those symbols represent. Um, what does seeing your family in your dream mean? It depends on the context of it depends on the context of the dream as well concerning that. Hopefully you heard me, people. But normally your family are the ones that's closest to you, so you could think about that. It just depends on what else happened in the dream. Your family can represent other people, like people that you actually see as your family. Some people aren't that close to their family, so if you see your family in a dream and you're not close to them, it can represent the people that you are close with. It just depends on the context of the dream. I would need more info to give you the correct interpretation concerning you. I'm concerning your dream. I'm sorry. Okay, if anybody else has any questions or if you have any additional questions, let me know. I'm gonna be up here for about 30 minutes tonight. I dreamt I was in a school hallway with the guy. However, he looked younger. He was talking for hours until he left and said he has to go back to class. I told the teacher I wasn't feeling well. Okay, so we talked about what school means. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We talked about what school means in dreams plenty of times. Overall represents learning or season of learning. And seeing the guy in the hallway, and he looked younger, so that could be like a form of rejuvenation. It depends. When you say he looks younger, does he just look like he just look younger, or does he look like more juvenile? Like, what do you mean by younger? Before I go any further, did he look more juvenile, or did he just look like he just had like more youthful features, like clearer skin, something like that? I heard in the dream lacking and fruits of the spirit. Okay. But what did when he looked younger, exactly what do you mean by he looked younger? And his appearance, he looked like a younger version of himself. Um, but okay, so I'm just gonna say that you are saying that he just had a more youthfulness about him. So as long as he doesn't look like juvenile or like going backwards necessarily, like being immature, then sometimes being having the youthfulness about yourself will be good. That means that you're being like it can represent being born again because say if you think about birth and being born, that's the youngest version of yourself. That's like a baby, right? You're being born again, and then that's also like being refreshed and rejuvenated. So it can mean that as far as why he looked younger. But then, like I said, um, I wouldn't think that would be him being immature because I don't think that. Well, everybody has their own dream language, but I feel like if it was to show you that somebody's being immature or like, you know, a form of immaturity, then they would have something else to show of that, like maybe the way that they were dressed in the dream, the language that they were like speaking, like the tone and all of that. Um, so yeah, when I think of just somebody looking younger, then I just think of about like being refreshed. But we all have our own different, I was gonna say love languages, but we all have our own dream languages. So that might be how it is when I dream, but for you, it could be a little bit different. Let me just go back to it. He looked younger. We were talking for hours until he left and said he has to go back to class. So yeah, he had to go back to class. So that'll mean that it's still some things that he needs to continue to probably be free from, some things that he's learning during this season. So maybe God is giving you like a little bit of insight about that, about his season of his life right now. But I would say when I heard him be looking younger, and you told me that he just looked young, like a younger version of himself, I just thought about rejuvenation and being refreshed, and even like being born again. So it could mean that. And then you said you weren't feeling. You told your teacher that you weren't feeling well. She was kind enough to let you rest in the hallway. I was putting a purple blanket. So yeah, like resting is good. I mean, it depends. Sleeping dreams isn't always good because it could represent being lazy, but rest, like sometimes you need to rest from things. Like sometimes we go over and analyze things, and you need to rest at times. So that will probably be good. And then purple blanket on. So blankets, things that you put over you could represent like a mantle or something like that. Purple represents royalty in the positive. So yeah, when you put something over you, it could show like some type of mantle that you might have. And we have to know that we are royalty. We have to remind ourselves that we don't have to settle for anything. So yeah, royalty. Um, Lacking, and then you say you heard lacking in the fruits of the spirit. So yeah, it has still has a lot of things to a lot of developing to do, but it seems like there has been like some good things that has happened so far. Um, yeah. Anybody else have any other questions? Sorry, I don't know who that is knocking on my door. I got the curtains down and everything, so I don't know why somebody is knocking on the door. But does anybody have any questions or anything that they would like to ask? Hi, I'm Mina from Serbia. I sent you an email. Hi, I did. I don't know if this is in reference to the email that you were talking about last week, but I already answered you with that. If you have, if it's anything else that I didn't get a chance to see, then you could leave it. You could leave it in the comments because I might have not seen it. Can you guys give me 1 second? I don't know why this person. You see, the curtains are down. I'm closed. I'm closed. Closed. Oh, I don't need anything. Yeah, but I don't need it. Okay, bye bye. I'm doing an important phone call, okay? Sorry, sir. Can you? I'm sorry. I don't need anything, okay? Okay, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. If you see my curtains up, that means that I'm closed. If you see the curtains up, you don't see anybody, it means that I'm closed. Okay? Have a good day. Have a good day. It seems like every time I do a live, it's always something like it's always some type of interruption. Either somebody calling me or texting me, something like this happens. Somebody rides by, my phone falls or something. It's always I feel like every time I do a video or live, it's always something going on. This person just wouldn't leave me alone. But I'm sorry about that, guys. If you heard anything in the background, if you heard me or him talking, but this is real life. But if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments. And what was your name, Mina? If you can, I'm not looking at the emails right now, but if you could write a question that you may have, if you still want answers to the questions that you had, you can just leave it in these comments right here. Is anybody still there? I'm so sorry. Like that knock on the door just kind of disturbed me a little bit. Does anybody else have any questions that they would like to ask? Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. Y'all pray for me concerning these lives. Like, I know we're not supposed to be, like, we're not perfect. We're not ever going to be perfect, but I feel like things just never, it's always some type of interruption. It's just annoying to me. A play on words, like a black widow is like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Just say yes or something so I can know, so I can go on. Okay, awesome. So yeah, spiders wouldn't necessarily be a good thing because spiders are like creepy insects and creatures, and it could also with a black widow specifically, it could be a play on words. A widow, black widow, um, a widow that's black, of black descent. So yeah, it could represent that, but it just it all you would have to tell your full dream in order for me to give the full interpretation, but that's what it can mean. It could be a play on the word black widow. When you see a black widow spider in a dream, maybe you might have fears of becoming a widow, um, something of that sort. Does anybody else have any questions? I don't see any Hispanics on here. You are racist. Okay. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm not racist. Definitely not. I'm definitely all about people. Like, I have people. And in my salon, I don't just do black hair. I do black hair. It's mainly black and Hispanic hair that I do. Actually, most times I have more Latina clients than I do somebody that's of black descent. And in this community, we have people from all over. We have black people, white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, and then black people in its own. It's not just one type of black person. You have the African American, you have the Caribbean, and then you have people that are African. So yeah, I'm definitely not racist. And I know that's just like a spam comment more than likely, but yeah. Okay. When I got away, when I got away from these people, something was carrying me above the water. The water was getting deeper, but on the other side was a huge anaconda. She had her back turned. I didn't see her head. Only the part that went towards the tail was black, and the part towards the head was bright yellow. It's kind of confusing, but snakes normally aren't good in dreams. It can represent serpents. If you know, if you're a Christian, you read the Bible, um, then you will know a little bit about serpents. It can represent also like deceit and like deceit, being deceived. It can represent lies. When I got away from these people, something was carrying me above the water. The water was getting deeper, but on the side was a huge anaconda. And also, anacondas are really big snakes, so that could have been even fear too. Could have been a fear dream because you said on the other side of the water, you was on one side and you were getting away from the people, but on the other side there was an anaconda. So maybe you're being trying to escape from certain people that may be negative towards you or something of that sort, but then you see a big anaconda, and that could be used as fear to make you feel like you can't escape, or if you go, oh, if I go here, then there's this big old thing here. It could be used as fear as well. In this case, it could be used just for fear to make you feel like you can't escape. And you know most people are afraid of snakes, and then the anaconda, that's a huge snake, so anybody will be afraid of it. So you just want to pray against fear as well. And no matter the color of the snake, it's just always going to be bad, um, for the most part. I dreamt I was in my childhood home saying I really want to lose weight. I went to my childhood basement and saw a skull. I wanted to step on it, but a black widow was preventing me to. I didn't want it to bite my foot, so I went back upstairs frustrated. The scene changed to me being in my childhood basement with my dad. Okay, so childhood. Normally, if you see something from your childhood, it could be something either generational or just something that you need to overcome, that you're still holding on from your past and your childhood. Maybe some childhood trauma, something that you caught on to from your childhood that you need to get rid of. And you were saying that you wanted to lose weight, and then you notice a scale. But then, once you're about to step on the scale to weigh yourself, there was a black widow spider preventing you to. So that's like fear too. Like the lady saw the anaconda, the spider would be scary. So it's something about fear here as well, because if you were afraid, maybe you could have moved the spider, maybe. But yeah, it's these type of animals or insects or creatures are normally used for fear. So spiders, snakes. Sometimes they don't represent fear in dreams. They could just represent the other things that they represent. But lots of people are afraid of spiders, snakes, and dogs. So lots of times they can be used in dreams as fear, like to put fear in you. So you want to, I know that you do want to lose weight by these dreams. You do want to lose weight, but there's different things preventing you, and don't let fear get a grip of you. No matter what might be standing in your way, you have to keep on pushing in order to get to where you want to be and need to be. And then you saw your dad. I think you did say another dream you had with your dad, and it was like he was protecting you. I think I can't necessarily remember, but yeah, normally dads or men that that you feel comfortable with could be they can symbolize like protection, like somebody protecting you. And then we know that God is our heavenly Father, and He protects us. So yeah. After this dream, I dream every night. I know that dreams are alive, but I don't remember them. I just remember a few things. From one, a huge black dog like Clifford went to enter my yard. Yeah, those are, so yeah, it's definitely, both of them are fear dreams. You said that you had them every night. So yeah, it's fear. It's a fear dream to make you afraid. I hate when I would have dreams of dogs in my dreams. I would hate them. I would hate that. From another dream, I remember a red fox and a dog. The fox was trying to bite me, so I climbed on the bench. In the third dream, I got gold earrings. When I wanted to put them in my ears, I realized I couldn't. One fell to the floor. So yeah, it's still fear. It's just all fear dreams. And foxes, they can be cunning, deceitful, and they like are kind of cute. Some people might not think that they're cute, but they're kind of cute, and they seem like little innocent animals. And if you get too close, then they can attack you. So something might seem innocent in your life, but it can actually harm you or attack you. So you have to be careful, but don't be fearful either. It's like a hindrance as well. The fear is being a hindrance. So both of these, like this dream, is kind of like Nini's dream too. So yeah, it's definitely fear that's trying to be a hindrance in you guys' lives to hold you back from certain things. So you can't let it. You gotta ultimately try to stand up to it. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, if no one else has a question, then I'm going to log off. I guess this might be the last one. It's so crazy. I had a dream, I believe was from God. He was saying the fearful won't make it to heaven. Was led to Revelation 21 and 8. Fear is such a destructive spirit. Yes, we can't um, we can't live in fear. Also, another great scripture to meditate on, you know, concerning fear is Psalm 23. I talk about this a lot in the videos. It's basically a Psalm of David, and that's really great for fear. If you listen to it and not just do it as a repetition, but actually listen to what you're saying and reading, um, you know, it should calm you. It should calm you down and yeah, give you some sort of peace. Just to know what the word says about fear, and and just to know that God is with us and how God protects us, that we don't have to fear anything. Not that we would never ever fear, but we shouldn't stay in the mindset or a state of fear. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to see if there's at least one more person that has a question. If not, then I'm going to log off and I'll see you guys later. Okay, you guys, so I guess that's it for tonight. Just nice and intimate. I'll see you guys in the next live. Bye bye.